Sports fans, if that intro doesn't get you revved up on a Wednesday morning, nothing else will. Welcome, folks, to another edition of the First Swim of Las Vegas' Daily Free Winner Show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Now, guys, today we're throwing away the bones and just giving you the meat. No fluff this morning. I know how much you love that fluff between us, but we've got a great show. It is Wednesday. What a cast. Let me go around the horn. Our good buddy, Dr. Chuck, making a house call. The Greek god of soccer, that handsome son of a gun, Pavlos Laguretos. The champion, the all-time heavyweight champ of sports betting, Ross Benjamin. And I love saying his name. From our brother website, WagerTalk, Tony Mejia. Let me go around. Dr. Chuck, good morning. How are you today?
Great, guys. Glad to be back here, and I'm excited to hear what everybody's got for today.
You got it. Pavlos, how's things in Greece these days?
Nice, really good. I'm coming off a nice winner, 5% in the Champions League last night. I got more soccer plays and a free play, nice free play for you guys, and I'm super excited to hear what you guys have to offer today.
My good buddy Ross Benjamin, we might as well just crazy glue his name on the leaderboard because he's killing it. But in the gossip news on TMZ this week, Ross broke Mama Kardashian's heart. Ross, how are you today, buddy?
Yeah, I couldn't take all the drama.
Too much.
Yeah, I got to concentrate on my handicapping, brother.
There you go. I know too much. My good friend Tony Mejia killing it over at WagerTalk. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing well. I have not slept all night because I was finishing up. WagerTalk's releasing their college basketball guide. Our buddy Ralph Michaels is knocking that out. So I did the Atlantic 10 and the Sun Belt last night. It took me all night because I was doing other stuff and preparing for the day and other shows. Taped the Ratchet play with Dan just about a half an hour ago. And what else we got? The entire college, like the top 12, 14 conferences are going to be out there. I got a 5% play up in the NBA. Looking forward to some Champions League work. Got to get a haircut later. So no sleep until, maybe a nap this afternoon once I get back from my haircut. But then I got to tape some panel videos for the NFL this weekend with Megan Payton and Andy Lang. So busy day.
You do more videos than somebody brand new in the adult film industry. You are all over this. Tony, I got to tell you something on a personal note, two things. Number one, I noticed that you're doing TikTok videos. You want to give everybody your TikTok out there?
I kid you not, I have no idea what it is because I don't really use it other than just go to the WagerTalk TikTok channel. That's where you'll find all of us. But I have no idea what my username is.
Secondly, I want you to know that I get it from everybody on the show. I didn't expect it from you. You know, all our guys keep talking about getting haircuts every day, and they know I can't grow any hair. So I appreciate you, Tony. Thanks for throwing it in there. Guys, you know how I start every show. Good morning, honey.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We seem to be feeling a little bit better. So, that those after effects of that fourth bout of COVID is just horrible. But, we seem to be getting better very quickly. Not very little fluff today. 65-mile-an-hour winds Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday here in Vegas. I said it before. I'll say it again. I haven't seen winds that bad since a house fell on my ex's sister. Russ, you'll get that joke because of the Wizard of Oz, the witch. Anyway, guys, it was absolutely horrible. But it's that time of year where we're putting the fireplaces on in the morning, and then in the afternoon it's 86 degrees here. So perfect time of the year for us.
Trying to dress in layers and take them off as the day goes on.
We usually dress in layers. That's how we spice it up. 22 years of marriage. Dion, good morning again.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there today. It's halfway through the week. Hanging in there, a little bit tired, but we'll push through it.
You look cute today. You look cute every day, guys. We are live, so any comments or questions for our great, awesome panel today, put them up there. I'm going to try to get to everyone before the show. We know a couple of our couples have to leave. They have flamboyant lifestyles. They can't stay the whole show. But we'll try to get them on during the show. So fire away. Dion's got a couple of discounts. We're going to go right into free winners. No fluff today.
Yeah, so we still do have the $2 Tuesday featured cappers still going over at Sports Memo. Myself and Dr. Chuck still have our $2 plays up. Jimmy Adams also has his up still available over at WagerTalk. His does go off on Sunday. You will catch Jimmy Adams on our show tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. We also do have an amazing deal going on right now. You can get a 3-day all access for any capper over at Sports Memo for just $49. All you have to do is use code FRIGHT3 upon checkout. And right after the show, make sure you head on over to the deals page so you can get some amazing deals from all of your favorite cappers.
I got to tell you, I love the little ghost emojis we found for the Halloween special. I love them. It's just so cute, the stuff we do here on the First Family Show. Guys, we do have a good time. We are a little entertaining. We're a little more entertaining than a lot of the content in the world in sports betting. But we give you good, solid content here, and we give you the best cappers in the world. Guys, we got guys coming from the Midwest. We got guys coming from the Southeast, the Northeast, Greece. We got guys coming from Tokyo and Southeast Asia. We're very proud to bring you the best cappers on the planet. Without any further ado, leading off today are Ricky Henderson every week. I always say, I know I repeat myself, but it's true. When you do something once, you do it twice. You're lucky. Do it over decades. There's very few in this business that have won as much or as often as Ross Benjamin. And we're always honored to have him on because not only is he informative, not only is he a winner, he's one of the most just loving guys. And Dionne and I, it brightens our day every time we know Ross is going to be on the show in the morning. He's like having a brand new cup of coffee just put in front of you first thing in the morning because it's just a great way to wake up. Ross is doing some great work over at Sports Memo. He's going to tell you what he's been doing, what he's going to be doing on the premium side, and he's got the free best bet for you. Ross, take it away.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Joe. Always a pleasure to be with all you guys. So, college football coming off a 4-1 week last week, and then the NFL right now I'm sitting at 29-20 on the year. I believe I'm number 3 at sportsmemo.com in the NFL with those plays. Also, keep an eye on, folks, my 5-star and 10-star plays, 5% and 10% plays, whatever you want to deem them as. I am 7-0 this year so far. So always try to give out one of those per week, and we've been cashing at a torrid pace, as you could see. Anyway, also the NHL 2-1 so far. Major League Baseball World Series coming up, 7-3 the last 10, and the NBA 41-29 the last 70, dating back to last year. Let's get to the free pick, Joey. Utah and Washington State on Thursday evening, a Pac-12 battle. Utah right now, they were 8 yesterday. They're down to 7 now. This is a Utah team that's 5-2 against Washington State, 4-3. Utah, the higher, is the ranked team in this matchup. But, here's an interesting artifact I picked up. Since the start of last year, Utah, I was surprised to see this. 0-5 straight up in ATS is a road favorite of 9.5 or less. And on the other hand, Washington State, since 2017, not in a ton of these situations, but as a conference home underdog of 9.5 or less. The Cougars have gone 5-0 against the spread and won 4 of those 5 games straight up. Utah, now here's the key aspect to how I made this pick. I'm a big proponent of weighing in emotion when it comes to handicapping, especially on the college football level. And Utah is coming off back-to-back games against number 10 USC and number 12 UCLA. Now, when they faced both of those teams, both were top 10 teams, both were undefeated, and they split those games, losing at UCLA. And then last week, coming up with a big win, a thrilling win over USC, 43-42. Now, having said all that, Joe, I think this is going to be a vulnerable spot for the Utes. I mean, they come off 2 huge games. They go on the road on a Thursday night in Pullman, Washington, which isn't the easiest place to play for visitors, especially when the Cougars are at least solid. And they are this year. They're not great, but they're solid. And this is a Washington State team coming off back-to-back losses, both on the road. So the obvious play here would probably be to the layman, Utah -7. Well, I don't see it that way. On top of everything else, Washington State playing with big-time revenge. They've lost their last 3 to Utah. And here's the thing, folks. It's not always about who the better team is, because Utah clearly is. But it's about the situation and beating the number. And that's what I'm weighing in on. And I'm going to go with Washington State here, plus the 7 at home over the Utah Utes.
Great stuff, man. Great betting insights from one of the best in the history of this business, Ross Benjamin. He's doing some great work. He told you perfect, I believe, on those big games this year over at Sports Memo. And he has been winning for decades. I know he looks like he's 29, but he's been around for a while. After the show, go follow Ross. You're going to follow him to the back. And by the way, Ross, before I let you go, every time I hear somebody say the Utes, I just watched the movie the other day. What is the Utes? What is it? What is it? It was just on 2 days ago. I can't stop. I always laugh and I rewind and I go back because that's how we grew up. What is it? My good friend Ross Benjamin is a winner. He's going to take off, but we're going to let you know. We're going to run down all the free plays again at the end of the show. Go follow Ross after the show. You're going to follow him. We got the best customer appreciation discounts on the planet at Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Take advantage of those. Dip your toe in the Ross Benjamin water. I promise you'll be diving in after you do. Ross, to you and your family, God bless. Have a winning weekend, and I will see you. We might see you on Friday. We'll make an announcement on Thursday.
As always, Joe, thank you for having me. Chuck, Pavlo, Tony, and Dionne, and Joey.
Thank you.
Have a great week. Knock it out.
We love you, Ross.
Have a great weekend, Ross.
You too.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
We go from one of my favorite people on the planet to one of my favorite doctors in the world. I said it before, I said it again, and he has surpassed Dr. Seuss, and Dr. J is the greatest doctor on the planet. Guys, Dr. Chuck is doing some great work in multiple sports. And I'm going to say it again, Doc, because I know you're a little humble. You're not as braggadocious as I am. I will tell you guys, if you follow Dr. Chuck for one of these all sports inclusive packages, you're going to get sports. You're going to get college and pro football. You're going to get baseball. You'll get NBA. Pretty soon you'll get college basketball. But you're going to get other sports like tennis. And I don't know if I think you're perfect on this show on Tennis Release. I think he's going to tell you about that. But I want you to know, guys, he is one of the most diverse, successful cappers I've ever worked with. I don't know if I've ever worked with anybody as successful as Dr. Chuck in a multitude of sports. I know guys like Pavlos, we always talk about he's the best in soccer I've ever seen. But a guy that I don't think I've ever worked with a guy that's just always on the leaderboards all the time. And he's got this, and you wait, and I forgot about hockey. He's one of the best there is. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's going to be doing on the premium side. He's got another free winner for you. Dr. Chuck's making a house call. The OR is all yours, Doc. Take it away.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Seuss, I can get behind that. The Dr. J thing, I think we need, step back a little bit. But I love those nice words. Dionne mentioned that both her and I still have our $2 Tuesday plays up that will be up for the duration, a new thing that they're doing. And it's really nice of them to do that. And don't forget Jimmy over at WagerTalk also has his play up there. You get those plays. It's just $2. Mine is a 5% NFL mistake this weekend, coming off a pretty solid NFL weekend. Joe mentioned it, though, that I use this forum because it's my only sports memo chance to try and continue every week, every day to get people on board with betting tennis. It's probably the most plus EV spot that there is, especially when football is running rampant. And now the NBA, and I think there's even more low-hanging fruit. So we're only 9-1 on the first family show. We did take a loss in the middle of that streak, but we are 9. We've put out 10 plays on this show and have won 9 of them. We're going to go back to that today. Yesterday, monster day, went 7-1 with our tennis plays. The only loss was just kind of a throw on in there with Dominic Thiem to win in straights. We had him just to win the match. He did win the match. He did take 3 sets. So we did take, he didn't get that bagel in the win column there, went 7-1, but it was a huge day, over plus 25 units. And, never a bad time to follow. Wednesday on the tennis cards have been our best day. It leads us into this spot, which is a free play that I'm giving out to you. It's a premium play that I already put out. There's so much behind it. It's really just straightforward. Carlos Alcaraz is maybe a name. I bring up a lot of names on here. I get a lot of crap from Joe because he thinks I'm making up some of these guys' names. I think you people know Carlos Alcaraz. He's pretty much the number one. Well, he is the number one ranked player, but he's also the number one threat to be a name that everyone knows now that Federer is on his way out and Djokovic can't play all the time. Serena has left the sport, and he won the U.S. Open. He hasn't played a lot since then. He is number one ranked in the world. He's been, the most up and coming star since Nadal first, recommended that we pay attention to this guy as an even younger kid. His first match here in Basel was against Jack Draper. And I've mentioned this a lot to the people that follow my plays. Vegas doesn't have to deal with a lot of public betting. And so the lines they put out, there's a lot of stuff you can read into. There's not a lot of people that are just waking up, pulling up their FanDuel app and seeing what tennis they can bet in the morning. That's going to be a lot more sharp betting. And Vegas has this guy figured out. Coming up against this match against the lefty Brit Jack Draper, you're thinking, well, this guy's ranked in around 50. He probably has no chance against Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz has really taken time off since he won the U.S. Open, and the line's roughly minus 200. I think it went up to like minus 250. Well, that signals to me that you don't want anything to do with Carlos Alcaraz. So now we move on. He got past Jack Draper in a tough 3-set match, even down a break in the third set, and now further into the tournament, still the number 1 seed, but playing a guy that also has had a win in Botic. And now and also ranked 35, a good bit better than Jack Draper. He's now nearly minus 600. And so Vegas has this guy figured out. I had a hard time figuring it out at the start because Alcaraz can be up and down and he can have some mental lapses. But he doesn't take chances with his serve. He doesn't double fault. He's facing Botic today, and this is a name I wish that I had given to Joe, if only we were picking him or if I had to say his name, because a lot of people just call him Botic. A lot of people call him BVDZ. Botic van de Zandschulp. And I know that Pavlos would like that. And I want Joe to say that after I get done playing it. But he double faults too much. He did get past Manarino, which I think he probably shouldn't have. His match just to get here was a 3-set match that took 3 hours. Alcaraz is going to wipe the floor with this guy today. 6-4, 6-4 is really the floor of this match. You could probably get the total under 20.5, which is solid. The straight sets, I'd play up to like minus 200, depending upon how comfortable you feel with big lines like that. We have debate about that all the time. In tennis, sometimes you have to lay that to get a winner. But Alcaraz is not going to struggle at all today in this match like he did with Draper. The line says so. The fact that he put in 75, 80% of his first serve shows that he's not trying to get aces. He's just trying to win that point. And his dominance ratio has been over a 1, and it even was in that match against Draper, even though he lost that first set. And he's just going to win easily today, and that's going to be maybe the best play of the week.
Great stuff from the doctor. Dr. Chuck, he says Alcaraz is the winner 7-1 yesterday, I think he just said, on his tennis releases all over the Sports Memo leaderboards. He's a $2 Tuesday capper. His play is still available. Make sure you take advantage of that. Go follow Dr. Chuck after the show. You're going to follow him to the back. By the way, guys, I got to tell Dr. Chuck something I neglected to tell him before the show. The guys send me their plays a little bit before the show so I can type them in and make banners. When he first sent this play to me on Alcaraz, I yelled down the hall to Dionne. I said, Dionne, Dr. Chuck can't do the show today. He's taking his family on a trip to San Francisco to go to Alcatraz. This friggin' guy, I swear to God, I think he said, the answer is no, Joe. He's playing Alcaraz. In any case, Dr. Chuck, 7-1 yesterday in tennis. It doesn't matter if it's on the ice, the gridiron, the diamond, the hardwood, or on the asphalt playing these tennis. I got to tell you, he is a winner. He just kills it. He's going to stick around for a few minutes. I know you guys got some great stuff. Doc, I mean, people, the comments are coming in about you, Tony, Pavlos, and Ross, and Dean and myself. We get great comments. We got the best viewers, so thank you. Keep them coming in. Guys, follow Dr. Chuck. Follow him to the back. I know I want you to get that $2 play. Get Dionne's too, but you know what? Go follow Dr. Chuck. Get this all sports inclusive we got. Get the 3-day, man, for $49. You're going to get sports you never heard of, and you're going to be winning in them. It doesn't matter that you never heard of him. He's the one who you follow him. Follow him to the OR, man. He'll save your life. He'll bring you back to life. Speaking about saving lives, my good friend Tony Mejia, who we're very proud to have on the show, guys. I said it a couple of times. It's Tony's second or third visit here on the First Family Show. Tony and I wrote for quite a few of the same publications for many years, and he really, really got my respect because he's a great writer. He's a winner. He doesn't even know that I know, and I'm going to make an announcement, he wrote the entire Sunday analysis for the Las Vegas Review-Journal this past weekend. Is that right, Tony?
That is correct.
What a great job. It was a great read, and I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate that.
When I opened up the paper and I saw Tony, because some guys, and no disrespect, I've been contributing to the LVRJ for 18, 19, 20 years. I opened up the paper. I just bypassed the analysis. When I said I sat down at my table, read the entire analysis, and was so taken back by your writing and your picks. I love you guys. Tony Mejia does great work.
And he's also 2-0 on the First Family.
And he's also 2-0 in the First Family. We bring him good luck, and, we're happy about that because, once again, guys, we told Tony after his first visit here, This is like the mob. Once you're in, you can't leave,
He's
man.
not going
We ain't letting him
nowhere.
leave. We love him too much. We know you love him. He's doing great work over at Wager Talk. And he does a lot of content on Wager Talk TV, and we're proud to have him on Sports Memo TV now. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's going to be doing on the premium side, and he's got another free best bet to keep that perfect streak alive. Tony, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice of you to say. I did do that. Props to Kelly in Vegas for hooking me up with Todd Dewey, who I guess needed a hand. I don't know if you couldn't do it or what the deal was that. I don't ask many questions. They asked me to do it. I said, okay, sure. And yeah, it was fun. And I did see the link. I mean, some winners, some losers in there, but all in all, I enjoyed doing it, and I'll do it again if they ask me to. I want to know from Pavlos, what do you think is going to happen at what do they call it, Jan Bredel Stadium in Belgium? Because it's Club Bruges. I know you hate this, Joe, but it's Club Bruges against Porto, and Bruges won 4-0 at Estadio de Dragao in Porto. So this is like a huge rematch. I'm kind of leaning towards that. I'd like Pablo's expertise there. I do have a Champions League play that I really like. But yeah, it's a Champions League day, so I normally mix in something there. I will give you an NBA play. We are 2-0 on the First Family Show with college football. Last week it was Bowling Green that got the job done against Central Michigan, I want to say. It was one of the Michigans. But and then that followed up Alabama, Tennessee, which we were happy with, Tennessee winning straight up. And so tonight's hopeful winner will be, and I'll say this because, all right, so I take the TikTok video on the WagerTalk TikTok channel that you can see there, and it says Utah Jazz -4.5 because that was the line yesterday afternoon. It was the only line available. It was DraftKings, and they had the early look ahead lines, which was before even the typical lines come out, roughly 3:00 Eastern, noon Vegas time for the next day's NBA game. So I had to get that taped early. Saw the line, said I like Utah to beat Houston as a rematch from earlier in the week. Jazz are 3-1, despite the fact that they're tanking, and their only loss was to the Rockets the other night at the Toyota Center. So, you can catch me there. It's a Halloween theme TikTok video. I got my girl Sally from A Nightmare Before Christmas in there. So yeah, go check it out, like it, and do all that. Whatever the kids do, like and subscribe or whatever. Beyond that, so let's talk about this game. And I mean, look, it's the Houston Rockets are in the midst of a youth movement. Really like Kevin Porter Jr. I can take or leave Jalen Green, even though I had him on my fantasy team last year, and I thought he'd win Rookie of the Year and certainly dunk contest stuff and all of that. But his shot selection is somewhat atrocious sometimes, and he started the year off slowly. But he's a very talented player, and obviously was worthy of the number 2 pick. He was in the conversation for number 1. Still probably their most talented player, but KPJ a little further along. More talented. They use Alpi Şengün and that they play through inside. Kid out of Turkey that's really talented. He's like a poor man's Nikola Jokic. Certainly not going to be as accomplished, but you could see his passing and the things that he does. Pretty impressive. So yeah, it's a Rockets team that's talented, but a couple of years away. They got rid of Christian Wood to give Jalen Smith Jr. out of Auburn. Jabari Smith Jr. out of Auburn. There's a Jalen Smith now with the Pacers too. But Jabari Smith Jr. out of Auburn, their number 3 pick. More shine there. So it's a really young roster. And they defeated the Utah Jazz, who are a bunch of journeymen that really have been assembled to ensure that the Jazz, have a good shot at Victor Wembanyama, the most ballyhooed number 1 NBA prospect since LeBron James. 7'4" kid that can shoot threes. If you haven't seen him already, you have to. And he will be the number 1 pick in the draft, and everybody's lining up to tank for him. And so the Utah Jazz moved on from Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, both at different spots right now. Gobert, Minnesota, Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland, Royce O'Neal's in Brooklyn. They moved Bogdanovich to Detroit. So it's a complete overhaul. But the guys that they've actually acquired care about winning, and they're playing really nicely together. They're sharing the ball. Kelly Olynyk and Lauri Markkanen have been really working nicely together. Markkanen just started the season like a house of fire. Jordan Clarkson, normally a reserve, has moved into that starting lineup next to Mike Conley in the Mitchell role. They got Colin Sexton that they got for Mitchell in the Cavs deal. He hasn't even played well yet, but he's probably going to end up leading them in scoring over the course of 82. And it's just a team that they got this kid, Italian kid, Simone Fontecchio, who played really well in Euro League last year, and they brought him over. Debuted, didn't play the first 3 games, and debuted in Houston with 13 points in the fourth quarter. So I think that the Jazz back home, the way they're playing right now, Houston, not really a good road team. I think they get beat. Now, right before we went on the show, I was alarmed. This number is at 7 now. 6 earlier today, like I said, 4.5 when I put out this TikTok video. We'll stick with it. We'll ride the Jazz -7, but I'm obviously not as gung-ho on it as I was, last night and, earlier when I saw the line. But I still think the Jazz are a solid play at home. Got a 5% play at WagerTalk, so you can check that out. That's in the NBA. Free play video is up on college, so you can check that out as well. WT.buzz/TM, and then you can find all my streaks and free plays and all of that. More videos later today. So follow us all around the WagerTalk family of WagerTalk TV networks.
Guys, he does amazing work. He's a friend of mine. He has certainly earned everybody out there's respect over his years of great content. I love him. You love him. He's a winner. Tony Mejia, he does a lot of content for Sports Memo TV, for WagerTalk TV. I mean, he is everywhere. And you know what? You're everywhere when you're in demand, and he's certainly in demand. After the show, go over to WagerTalk. Go follow Tony Mejia, because he is Mejia Denaro, which means money to us people that speak Italian too. And I want you to know he is a winner. You're going to follow Tony all the way to the bank and make some of that dinero. Tony, you can stick around for a few minutes. You got to take off today.
No, I can stick around for a few. I definitely want Pavlos' opinion on Bruges and Porto, because if he tells me the right thing, I'll be on that as a client plane. I'll steal it, and he can't say anything about it.
You got it. Pavlos is going to be on deck after Dionne. We're going to go to Pavlos, but we're going to start with the first lady, who is perfect in NBA this season.
I am. She's
all over the Sports Memo leaderboard, guys. 2 D'Amicos, right? One after another on 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, all over NBA. I told you, the last time 2 D'Amicos were a headline was a Rico statue case. That is true. That is true. Neither one were relatives. I'm just kidding. Now, guys, I will tell you this. She is all over the leaderboard. She is killing it. She's got a 5% $2 Tuesday play. It's going to be available through Saturday. God darn it. She still won't give it to me. I had to buy the damn thing. I want you to know she is a winner. She is killing it in multiple sports. Your hockey heated up again?
It has.
Started off perfect, fell off a couple of days, won every hockey play the last few days.
The last couple
killing
of days.
It, perfect in NBA. She's a winner. She married me. You don't need any other proof. Dionne's going to tell you what she's been doing, what she's going to be doing. Dr. Chuck just shakes his head. And she's got another free winner for you. Dionne, take it away, baby.
Thank you. And as Joey has mentioned, I have made us nothing but money in Big 12 play. And this Saturday, I still have my $2 Tuesday 5% Big 12 Game of the Month available still over at Sports Memo. I am also all over the leaderboards in basketball, and my NBA right now is a perfect 3-0 this season. And over the last several days, I am a perfect overall in all sports, going 5-0. And today we continue to be perfect, as I have my NBA high roller for you. And for my free play today, there's certainly no love lost between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. After only a week of play, the Bucks are the only remaining team in the Eastern Conference that are undefeated. On the other hand, a team that many out there felt would be a true force, the Nets have started the season off just 1-2. So far, the only bright spot for the Brooklyn has been the play of Kevin Durant and Kyle Irving. But no matter how much the dynamic duo can put up on offense, it just can't compensate for their lack of defense. They rank at or near the bottom in just about every major defensive category. To make matters worse for them in this matchup, they have to face a Bucks defense that ranks number 1 in the league, allowing just 96.5 points per game. Granted, on paper, Milwaukee's offense is scoring as much as we've seen them account for in recent seasons. But it's still early, and they are one of the most accurate shooting teams in the league. By the way, they're also monsters on the offensive boards. Giannis and company are going to turn the score up pretty badly here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the points with Milwaukee.
It's a good breakdown and great analysis.
Thank
By the
you.
way, guys, Dionne's a trooper. Our dogs they hear her talking, they're going nuts on her, so it distracts her a little bit. Pie Gal, who takes after my side for sure. Dionne says Milwaukee Bucks -3.
Yeah.
It's a good. It really is a good breakdown and great analysis.
Sorry, the dogs are driving me a little crazy today.
By the way, once again, she's got a $2 Tuesday play available. So does our good friend Dr. Chuck. We'll tell you about that again later. Our good friend Jimmy Adams over at WagerTalk.
Yeah, mine goes off on Saturday. Dr. Chuck's and Jimmy Adams goes off on Sunday.
You
So
guys,
make
there's
sure
3
you get
winners.
those.
Get them all for $2 a piece. I'm gonna tell you right now. But Dionne's she's doing great work in multiple sports. Hockey heated up. She's on fire. Perfect in basketball. Finished number 2 last year college football over at Sports Memo. Perfect time to get a 3-day all access for Dionne. You get multiple sports, $49. Use code FRIGHT3 upon checkout. Now, guys, by the way, Pie Gal is she's tearing it up today. Let's bring everybody else back on. We're going to go to my good friend, Pavlos Laguretos. You know what's funny is every Wednesday we have Pavlos on the show, and he is one of our favorites because, it's not because, he gets up as early as we do. And he's working his butt off over in Greece. But so many of people out there love Pavlos. We get as many or more questions and comments for Pavlos than anybody. But I will tell you this about Pavlos. He takes the time to answer every single question. As the administrator of the show, I see all the questions come in, and then bing, bing, bing. Pavlos must have answered 6 or 8 questions already. I know Tony's got a question for you after your segment. He's going to hit you up. But Pavlos is the best I've ever seen in any individual sport, and I've worked with everybody from the icons and the originators of this industry straight out through to everybody. And I put him up there in any individual sport in soccer as anybody I've ever worked with. He's one of the best I've ever seen at individual sport. That's why he's tagged as the Greek god of soccer. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. I know he had another 5% win, I think last night. He's going to tell you what he's been doing, what he's going to be doing. He's got another free winner for you. I'm 13-0 on his free winners. 13-0. 13-0. Can't argue with success, let alone perfection. Pavlos, take it away.
Wow. I'm so grateful for being here. Like really, truly, and wholeheartedly. Now, I do have some really good run in soccer lately. I went 7-2-1 over the weekend. I swept Saturday. Sunday was also quite nice. Yesterday I had a 5% winner in the Champions League. I'm now 5-0 with this 5% Champions and Europa League top bets. And I'm 6-2 in my last 4% best bets. Now, I do have a Champions League total of the day up for at my page at sm.buzz/PL. I have a 4% Europa League total of the day for tomorrow. I have a 4% Europa League side bet of the day for tomorrow, Europa League 3-pack for tomorrow, and a 4.5% La Liga best bet for Saturday. This was almost a 5%, but it just barely didn't make the cut because I have another 5%, which I really want to load. Now, I'm going to give you guys a free play from the Europa League tomorrow. Now, match day 5 out of 6 in the Europa League, and we're focusing on Group C. Now, this is a 4-team group where each team plays the other teams twice, once at home and once on the road. The win is 3 points, the draw is 1 point, and the loss is 0 points. Now, out of those 4 teams, the two top teams will continue to the Europa League knockout round. The third team will continue to the Europa Conference League knockout round, and the fourth team will be eliminated. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying them because right now, Betis are sitting at the first spot, Ludogorets are second with 7 points, Roma are third, and Helsinki are fourth with 1 point. Now, Roma need the win here. It's simple. They have by far the better roster, the better coach, experience, you name it. But the price on Roma money line is just minus 300. So there's absolutely no value there. We're looking at the spread. And it's Roma minus 1.5. But Roma have covered this spread in just 2 of their 15 matches so far in the season. So I don't like it. In situations like this, what I like to do is go for a same game parlay. Now, same game parlays are available in most sports books, and it's essentially an in-game parlay where you pick a side and a total. Now, as I said, I do expect Roma to win here, but money line is at minus 300. Absolutely no value there. We're going to look for some kind of total to pair it up. Now, Roma are 14-1 to the under 3.5 goals. Helsinki, or HJK, are 28-3 to the under 3.5 goals and 18-1 to the under 3.5 goals in their last 19. So the Roma money line alone is at minus 300. The under 3.5 goals alone is at minus 227. Little to no value in backing this place individually, but combine the two in a same game parlay and you get minus 102. That's excellent. And keep in mind that most sportsbooks have pre-made same game parlays, which means that they've made it for you and you can just click bet on it, and win. But you can either create your own same game parlay, where you go and you pick Roma money line, you pick under 3.5 goals. It gives you odds, and sometimes the odds are different. So just shop around and look for same game parlays in your sportsbook. So the play of the day is Roma money line and under 3.5 goals, -102.
Great stuff from the Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos. He is a winner. And off another 5% winner. The best I've ever seen in soccer. Guys, that's why he's been tagged the Greek god of soccer. And he's a good-looking son of a gun. Doesn't have his sunglasses on today. I love him. I have to contend with this good-looking panel, man. I need a wardrobe mistress and some makeup designers here. I know that Pavlos, guys, he's got some great stuff up for the weekend. Go over after the show. Follow Pavlos. You can follow him tonight. Pavlos, Tony's got a quick question for you. Then I'm going to go into my free play.
Yeah, I remember the question.
Bruges and Porto.
Yeah, this is a tricky match. First of all, I'm going to be really quick about it. Early matches in the Champions League, no matter what goes on in stats, trends, or whatever, they're always producing upsets. Now, that being said, Bruges haven't conceded a single goal in the group stage. They have a Superman for a goalkeeper. Maybe they can see tonight, but to be honest, a draw here wouldn't hurt anybody. Bruges, they can steal the top spot with a draw. Porto will have the home match. The last match is their home match against Atletico Madrid, where they can finish off the qualification. This looks like a draw to me, and not many goals, like under 2.5 goals, and maybe a draw here.
Great stuff. Gotta love it.
All right, to not kiss my sister, then I'll just stay away, because I thought it might be a nice revenge spot for Porto. That's the only way I want to play. But I would lean under too. I guess we're in agreement there.
Great stuff, guys. I love the show, and I love our panels, and I love our viewers out there. Thank you. I'm going to take my lead right now. I want to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing, what I'm going to be doing, and I got another free play. My free play's 9-2 the last 11. Let me take it away.
You're killing
it,
babe, right now,
babe. You know I'm humble. You know I'm humble, okay? You know I'm humble. We don't need, I'm not humble, guys. Guys, once again, this NBA season, Joe D leads the pack, guys. 6-1 on premium releases. $100 better drop. What? Huh? $1,960. A season ago, I started 3-0. 6-1, then 15-4. I never looked back this season. I'm taking it up a notch. That 15-4, guys, that'll be a crappy losing record compared to what I'm going to do the next few weeks in the NBA. Today, we continue to crush the books in pro hoops. I have my NBA slam dunk play. They're perfect 2-0 this season. Last season, over 75% documented. Over the last 18 years, they've become the most popular and most profitable NBA release in the business, guys. I also have my NBA 40-14. That's right, 40-14 fast break play. They're already 1-0 this season. Guys, over the years, they've been money in the bank for us, but it doesn't stop there. You know what? Just because I'm number one over Sports doesn't mean I'm going to price gouge. I ain't going to jack up the prices. Guess what I'm doing? I put up a Wednesday 2-pack. You get both big winners, one low price today. It's hump day. It's midweek. I want you to make money going into the weekend for our NFL and college football stuff. Speaking of this weekend, guys, Dionne, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Guys, by tonight, I'm going to have a 3%, 5%, and a 10% play for this weekend's football. The best big game hunter on the planet. Guys, since I joined Sports Memo more than a year and a half ago, my 5% plays are like 68%. My 10% plays this year alone, 16-2. Guys, everything will be up tonight over at Sports Memo. Guys, you know how much I like it? I'm throwing that paper out. My guy was going to eat that. We know that. Now, as far as my free play today, I am excited about this play. If I'm not mistaken, my free plays posted over at Sports Memo, 9-2 run. I got everyone paid yesterday with the Wizards. I'm in a great mood today. My voice is coming back. And today, this game is a game that almost made it as a premium release over at Sports Memo. So let's head on over to one of the most famous venues in the world, Madison Square Garden, as the Charlotte Hornets face the New York Knicks. Guys, Charlotte has proven that they can win without some of the key cogs in their wheel. Ball, Rozier, Martin, they're all still out, but yet this team has won 2 of 3 this season while covering 2 of 3 this season. They currently possess the top scoring offense in the NBA. You know, they're averaging over 122 a game, 122.3 without some of those big names. Just astounds me. As a matter of fact, they're ranking in the top 3 in overall scoring, field goal percentage, and 3-point percentage. And it is in that area that I feel the mismatch here on not just on the 3-point percentage, but one more thing. They're at the top 10 in the offensive boards. And this is another area. There's 2 areas, the 3-point and on the offensive boards, because they're going to get a lot of second chance shots here. And to me, I put a lot of faith in second chance shots, especially in the NBA. They come in here. Well, let me try that again. You see, the dogs are going at me again. Pie Gal's right down here going at me. Sorry, guys. Let's come back around to that, folks. New York has won their last 2 outings while covering all 3 in 2022 thus far. However, look at their last 2 outings. They were victories against who they beat. They beat Detroit. They beat Orlando. Both teams are touted to finish at the bottom of their divisions, guys. So that's like being the toughest guy in like Rhode Island. Let's just face it. Or the smartest guy in special ed. Doesn't matter. Oh, look, my son's the smartest kid in special ed. Doesn't matter. All right. Both teams touted to be the worst in their divisions. They're in for a rude awakening here. Let's go back to that mismatch I mentioned earlier. The Knicks are having trouble on the defensive glass. They're ranked just about the worst in the league in that area. This is a major mismatch, and yet this team is coming in here 7.5-point favorites. It astounds me, guys. It astounds me. Absolutely ridiculous. Listen, guys, I know the New York team. I've been a Knicks fan since I can walk. I know this team very well, and I will tell you they should not be this high of a price against any opponent in the NBA, even at home. It just doesn't make sense to me. My friends, take note that the Hornets have won and covered both of their road games this season with decisive victories. They trounced the Spurs on the road 129-102 and shredded the Hawks in their own home court as well, 126-109. They're also 7-3 ATS the last 10 meetings with the Knicks. 18-7-1 ATS the last 26 on the road, 11-4-1 ATS the last 16 played on 2 days rest. This is way too many points for a team that can win this game outright. I think they can win this game outright, but I'll take 7.5. I'll take almost 4 baskets here. Let's bring everybody else back on. We got a lot of comments and questions before I run. Oh, New York. Garrick Williams says he says he likes New York. That's all right, Garrick. I think I'm owed a couple of dinners from some of our viewers this past week alone. Let's bet some dinner on it, my good friend. But I do love, and this is another thing, guys. I don't have a problem with anybody disagreeing with any of our panelists. It's when people get a little rowdy, and then they say, okay, let's put some money on it. And then we don't hear from them again. But Garrick has been a lover and supporter of this and all our Sports Memo TV shows. We love you, Garrick. Garrick, let's bet a little dinner on that one because I do like this play tonight.
I love the one that someone wants to know if you ever thought of being a boxing announcer.
Well, I could box oranges. Everybody know. No, anybody that was a boxer, and I was 94-0 in the boxing ring, 3 gold gloves, never lost in the ring. No, I can't be an announcer, guys. I'd be thrown out. My good friend Mark Schultz is a boxing announcer. No, I get thrown out. You know, I'd say something about one of the ring girls or something, get thrown right out. I'd be sued by I don't know who. But my good friend Mark Schultz is a boxing announcer. He's over ESPN now, I think, right?
Yes.
He was doing the zone. Tony, somebody said you're already part of the Colombian family, so you can't be in the Sicilian one. But you guys don't know this. We're both dark-skinned. Doesn't matter. He's already in the Sicilian crew. All right. Everybody, we got some great stuff. Tony is no joke. Brother Joe D, thank you. Oh, you're welcome for the Wizards yesterday. Appreciate that.
It was a nice win yesterday.
Yeah. Everybody loves our cast and our crew. And, of course, Mixed by Post always says good morning. We love you. We've got a couple of quickies, and then we're going to run down the free plays from everybody. But you know what? It's just the 5 of us, and Dionne and I can never take part in this. Dr. Chuck, closing thoughts or comments for our viewers out there?
No, just get over there and check out both Dionne and I's $2 plays, Jimmy's $2 play at WagerTalk. And it's not just, I do a lot of sports. Pavlos does a lot of sports. Pavlos is an NBA prop god. Tony Mejia is all over. I mean, Tony Mejia is writing football, putting out basketball, wanting to bet Champions League. I mean, everybody has a lot, like Swiss Army knives at these 2 sites. And so if you can find anything that you want to bet, and you can bet all day long, especially this time of year.
Guys, I got to love it. I love Dr. Swiss, Italian, Sicilian, Colombian, and Greeks all on the same show. Where can you get that? Let's go to Pavlos, Laguretos, the Greek god of soccer. Closing thoughts or comments for our listeners and viewers.
I just want to say that I have free plays and a lot of premium plays loaded at my page, sm.buzz/pl, and there's an awful lot of action going on, and you guys should better, consult any of the experts. Just pick the sport that you like, the sport that you want to bet, the sport that you understand, and the sport that you feel most confident in betting, and just bet on it. There's no reason to smack your head against the wall because you didn't consult an expert. We are experts. We do this for you. You just sit back, relax, do your job or whatever. Let us do our job and just consult us. That's all.
Great stuff from Pavlos. Before I go to Tony, guys, I do want to reiterate. I don't know anything about cars, so when I have a problem with my car, I bring it to a good mechanic. I certainly never going to defend myself. By the way, 29 gross misdemeanors, not one felony. That just goes to show you why I always get. I'm dead serious. 29 gross misdemeanors, not one felony. Why? And everybody says, I can't believe you paid 20, 30, 40,000 for that lawyer. Dude, you got a year and a day. I was at home the next day. Let me tell you something. When you're sick, you go to a doctor. And I don't know stocks. I have a great stockbroker, okay? I don't know anything. This isn't just what we do. This is who we are. While most people are asleep in their beds, Dr. Chuck, Tony, Pavlos, Russ, Dionne, and myself, we're up. We're burning the midnight oil. We are doing our due diligence while most people are sleeping. It's not just that we have a background of the experience. We put the time into this. We do have a savvy for winning because I see guys coming and going here in Vegas, guys that come into town with a bag full of money and leaving on a Greyhound bus for $49, taking a long trip home. Guys, we have the savvy, the experience, the background. And the time, all right? I'm telling you now, you don't take out your own appendix. Don't pick your own winners. Go to the best of the business. Tony Mejia, closing thoughts and comments.
One closing thought, I guess, on your Knicks Hornets game. If you like the Hornets that much, you want to find a prop. I haven't seen any up, but they might be out later. Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be the point guard tonight because Rozier is out. He's been running point with LaMelo out, and so now they're down to the third stringer. I think that's why the line is what it is. But could be Dennis Smith Jr. revenge game. He's actually looked pretty good this year. So if you play FanDuel or DraftKings, you should be in your DFS lineup because you can afford them. It's probably in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. Ratchet play is up. I got the Slack message, so that should be up on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. It is the Denver Broncos Jacksonville Jaguars game, and I like the Jaguars -2.5. So go watch that video. Ratchet plays are now 5-2 on the season and 17-6 last 2 years. It's basically the worst game on the schedule. We break it down, trying to make money off it. Yeah, looking forward to a busy week. Hoping for 5% cash today because I got beat on my 5% play, which I really hate doing. Over the weekend, Washington, California, Washington -7.5, win by 7. And Cal scored on a fourth down, garbage time type touchdown. So those always sting. We can't lose 2 in a row. We don't want to. So we'll have a 5% in the NBA tonight. And good luck to everybody.
You know, Tony, I love the integrity. I'm going to bring up you specifically right now. I love the integrity we get from the Cappers and Sports Medal and WagerTalk because we do give out a lot of premium releases. And it's not like, if somebody's winning, go, I like this a little bit, but I love this play, go buy it. We're not looking to upsell you here. The Cappers that you have at Sports Memo and WagerTalk were handpicked by the powers that be. But not just because they can consistently win, but because they're not afraid to talk about losers, but because of their integrity. Okay, we don't. Well, this is a premium play. I want you to have it. I want the best of it. That's the integrity you get from the quality of Cappers at Sportsman and WagerTalk, and that's what sets this company aside from everybody else. And we can say what we want about the Yankees. I know it's over. They're playing golf right now, Houston, Cleveland. But there's the Yankees and everybody else. And that's all. You can't argue that fact. Not because I'm a Yankee fan, it's because it's the truth. No, it's the truth, guys. Everybody either loves or hates the Yankees. Why? Because of their 27 world championships. Nobody's ever going to come near it, all right? That's what it is. It is. At least not in our lifetime. But that's what this company is. Sports Memo WagerTalk is here, and everybody else is down here. Guys, come home to the best. Stay with us. You'll find your home. The best collection of Cappers and opponents. All right, Sports Memo and WagerTalk. Let's run down the free plays. Then we're going to get on out of here. I know Tony's got like 5 more shows to do in 20 minutes. I'm telling you, he works
and a haircut.
You work harder than like the most in-demand adult film star I have ever met. By the way, we are going to ABN. We got our invitation the other day. Dionne, yes. What does our free play say? We got Chuck. Pavlos is laughing. All right, let's run them down. Our good friend Ross says Thursday night, the Cougars +7 Washington State. Dr. Chuck, what you have for everybody?
More Swiss talk. Yeah, Carlitos takes the court in Switzerland in about an hour. So hop on something with that and follow us on tennis because we've already had 2 plays today.
I can't believe they pay me for this stuff. I left every morning with you guys. Tony, what'd you have for everybody, buddy? One more time.
Jazz laying now 7 against the Rockets. Again, haven't seen why that line moved as much as it did, but hopefully Jazz win by double digits.
I love that, Tony. Dionne?
I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks today, -3.5.
My good buddy Pavlos?
Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, a Europa League match between HJK and Roma. We're going to take a same game parlay of Roma money line and under 3.5 goals at -102.
and your sexy and savory host of the Hornets plus 7.5 tonight. Guys, I want you to know, listen, just keep that between us. Don't tell Sportsman Wager Talk I would do this show for nothing. I want to keep getting paid, but I would do this. I get to hang out with my wife, who I love more than anything in the world, Dr. Chuck, Ross, Tony, Pavlos, some of my other favorite people on the planet, let alone in this business, on the planet, talk sports and give out winners to people. And we take a lot of pride in knowing you put your hard-earned money and trust in us. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I get pissed when I lose because I'm losing my own money, but more importantly, because you put your trust in me. And I lost for you. So we take a lot of pride in our winning for you, too. Dionne, can you take us on out of here?
I can. So make sure that you follow all of the cappers that are on the First Family Show, along with myself and Joey. And on behalf of Sports Memo, Wager Talk, Dr. Chuck, Ross, Pavlos, and Tony, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.